Now let us discuss about Microsoft Fluent UI. We will see here what is Fluent UI, how we can use it in our SPFx applications, what are the different ways basically we can use it. But before going to that, let us first understand what it is. So if you are a little familiar with Google material design, then it will be easier for you to understand this. So basically material design is a design system from Google to help their team build high quality digital experience for Android, iOS or the web. That means they want to build something which will be common across in terms of interface color, typography, shape or the behavior. So it should be across devices, it should be consistent. Now that is the reason you will see a consistent user experience throughout the applications like Gmail or your YouTube, Google Drive, Google Docs, like this. Now that is from Google. Now Microsoft Fluent UI is the design platform from Microsoft. So this is for the entire Microsoft 365 ecosystem. Now before going further, let me tell you an example. We were working in an Outlook plugin application development where there is a certain plugin or a small plugin we wanted to develop for Outlook 2010, and we want to integrate with Outlook 2010 itself. So according to the client requirement, it should not look different. The color, background color, the buttons, the font, everything should be look similar as Outlook 2010. So that as an end user, when someone will come and open the Outlook, they should not see that it is a different component from any other third-party vendor. It should looks like it is a component from Microsoft. When we talk about Microsoft Fluent UI, so this is what we are talking about, the user interface. Now how important is the user experience or the user interface? It is quite important in terms of any product company, whether it is Google, whether it is Microsoft, from anyone, this is very important. I've created a document, so let me open that document and explain you. And most importantly, when we discuss about the Fluent UI as a SharePoint developer, might be we are thinking it is for SPFx development only. It is not for SPFx development. It is for the web, it is for Windows, it is for iOS, it is for Android, Mac OS or any cross platform you can use it. So it is not specific to SharePoint that we wanted to know something on SharePoint. Now let me open the document. So that is what I was talking about, the material design, which is from Google. But in the when we talk about the Fluent UI, we are not talking about a library. It is a design system that Microsoft is maintaining, and it is consistently you will see new things over there. So it will be for a consistent UI framework for across Microsoft ecosystem, whether it is your any product you take, Office applications, or you take Power Apps, Power BI or the Power Platform, or a SharePoint list you open, SharePoint site you open, everything it comes under. So that is a open source cross-platform design system that gives designers and developers the framework they need to create engaging product experience. Now, if you are developing something, a form for where user will enter something, or you are displaying some item, then the look and feel or the experience that you are trying for the end user, that should be consistent for your applications. Now that is where the design framework or the design system comes into picture. Now this is the official URL. I'll put the link, you can have a look at that. As I said, it can be, you can develop for web, not only for the web, you can develop something for your Windows application also if you are using, and similarly iOS, Android, as I said before. Now when we talk about this Fluent design system, it has several components that will ensure user to create great user experience in all platforms, whether it is your mobile, whether it is web, whether it's your desktop application or tablet, anywhere it will give you the great user experience. Now this has been used across all Office products, whether it is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Power Apps, Flow, SharePoint, OneDrive, you will see everything same. Now Again, when we talk about this thing, then that doesn't mean we are just talking about the functionality. We are not talking about the functionality. It is about the styling. So in a web application, we can use simply like text box, buttons or drop downs. But at the same time, if you want to create any rich form, then probably we can use Bootstrap, for example. And in fact, in SharePoint Online Classic experience, when you are, let's say you got any requirement where you want to design a form, then probably you will use a Bootstrap, some Bootstrap you can use, so that you can design an attractive form, and then you can use your jQuery, REST API or JSON for communicating with SharePoint. Now that instead of using Bootstrap, we can use Fluent UI, and it can be used on SharePoint apps or the add-ins. Not only on SharePoint, if you talk about the Office apps or Office add-in, you can use over there. You can use for desktop, Windows application, Mac, anything you can use that. And also in ASP.NET MVC applications, you can use it. There is a NuGet package from where you can download and you can use it. Or you can simply create an HTML file and you can use these things in this Fluent UI to give the user a different user experience. Since it is open source, you can download the project, you can modify anything, you can use it. Even you can contribute to the project. So you can report also any issue is there, you can report that issues to the community. And next thing is, what are the browsers supported? Fluent UI supports most of the major modern browsers. So whether it is Edge, IE, Google Chrome, Mozilla, Safari, everything it is supported. And now there are two ways that it is available here, Fluent UI. But before going to that, let me open a SharePoint site and I will show you exactly which we are talking about. So let me open a SharePoint site. So you can see here, this is a library and there is a button, new button. You can see here this links you can see. In fact, if you'll open a library, for example, I'll go to the document library, you can see the command bar. So you will see the upload icon, for example, everywhere. You can see the export to Excel button like this everywhere, the power-ups like this everywhere. So these are whatever we are using from Fluent UI, so that you will get this consistent look and feel across the applications. Now these are the buttons, everything whatever you are seeing here in terms of the UI, everything is from the Fluent UI. Now if I'll open the PDF, so there are two ways that we can use here. And by this time, you can see we either develop a React application or when we are developing any web part in SPFx, or we are using no JavaScript framework. Now, based on that, you will be having this Fluent UI web is available in two flavors. One is your Fluent UI React and another one is Fabric Core. Now, this, as the name suggests, Fluent UI React is for React front-end framework. So if you have a design any application using React framework, then you can use this Fluent UI React. And similarly, for non-React applications, you can use Fabric Core. In this case, you can simply refer to some CSS and JS files and you can use it. So Fabric Core is again an open source collection of CSS classes and Sass mixins that can give you access to colors, animations, fonts, icons, grids, everything you can get over there. And this is responsive, and these are mobile first collection of styles and tools that you can quickly use it for your user experience. Now when we talk about Fabric Core, you will see icons, you will see fonts, color, grid, everything. And how you can use it, like Bootstrap. If I will tell you to use Bootstrap or jQuery, you will simply refer to some CSS or JS files. Same way also you are going to do it here. There are in fact, this is the path for the Office UI Fabric Core in the GitHub, and this is the CDN path from where we can use it. Now 1.1.0.0, this is basically the version, and which version you want to use, you can use this, and then fabric.min.css. In fact, you can use some other CSS JS files also, and these are few links that I have given. Now important URLs, and we will go through something on that. For example, this is the home page from where you can start it. So for example, if you want to work with web, then you can see styles, controls, and you can also click on get started and read some other things. Now I am not clicking because we will see in the next video how we can use it. The Office UI Fabric Core, this is the GitHub project. As I said, you will get some information over here like what is the latest version, and you can use this version when you are giving the path from the CDN. So you can see here what are the things included. Everything is over here. Few useful links are there where you can see there is a issue tracker. If you find an issue, you want to ask some question, you can ask over here, and you can contribute to the page by clicking over here. So and if you will see the home page of the Fabric.js, you can see these are the path. So I have already put the links in the documentation. You can go through that. Next video we will see how we can exactly use it.